Alright, so in this video we're checking out another FPV car. This is a 1/64th scale with a digital FPV camera up on top. And this is from WLToys. It's the XK6401, kind of a generic name. Very small box here. And here's some of the features here on the side. Headlights, tail lights, ambient lighting, Wi-Fi connection that's going to be for your video and control, FPV camera, 720p video, USB charging, self-stabilization, and fully proportional steering. You do have to use an app to control the car and get the video, and I already have it installed here, but I'll show you how to get the app. So you need some sort of a QR code reader, and I got one here. I'll cover up this one, and you'll get a link, and you can open it. And this goes, I think it has, basically have Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And I have an Android phone, so I'll go here, open up this in my Play Store, and it's called WLToys FPV Car. And we'll go ahead and open it up. And here's what the app looks like. It's still connected to the car. I haven't done that yet, so let's go ahead and get this out of the box. Get some instructions. Okay, so here's the instruction manual. Got some functions here: camera, video, return, setup, VR function, lane assist, and mode switching. Gonna try all that stuff here in a second. Got proportional throttle control and proportional steering control. Looks like they're obviously on screen right there. And then you have two-handed control mode, one-handed control mode. That's interesting. Let's try that out. And again, here's a description of all of that. Here's a pause the video if you wanted to read it. Basic functions of the car: forward, backward, left, and right, and also the lighting system. Apparently there's a gyroscope in the car. Interesting. 720p video, and resolution of 1280 by 720. And looks like it's a very low frame rate, 20 FPS, H.265 encoding. That's for the real-time image transmission. It looks like the app recordings is at 1920 by 1080 at 25 FPS, MP4 format, H.264 encoding, so a little bit different there. And here's the battery size, a little tiny 100 milliamp hour there, and I think this is charging via USB-C. So let's go ahead and grab everything out of here. So here's the camera, and it looks like it's just attached magnetically with some pins there. There's the USB-C charging cable, really short. And here's the car. Here's a look at the car. Got your on-off switch here on the bottom, charging port, and not much of a suspension. Little rubber tires there. Do get some lights here. The camera goes on top there with those magnets. Pretty simple. It just goes like that. And let's take a look at the lens here. Let's pull this off. So pretty basic camera. Alright, let's go ahead and turn it on. Got some flashing lights. Probably is looking to get connected to the phone app. So we got to bind it up via the Wi-Fi connection on your phone. And it looks like here it's called WLFPV Car with a bunch of numbers. It's probably going to be different for yours. Let's go and click on that. Okay, so apparently the password is these numbers that are on here. So if you go in there, it's like for mine 75969491, and then that connected me to the device, as you can see there, but obviously there's no internet. Alright, so now when you go in there into the app, we do have video, as you can see. Looking at this little track here. This is from a different company called Turbo Racing. Came with one of their 1/64th scale cars, so this should fit on here pretty nicely. And let's see, if we click on this, it should show the controls. You can see I covered up the lens here. So you have your throttle backwards and forwards, and then you have your left and right over here, your virtual controls. So not a lot of steering, so let me just show you what that looks like. There's a gyro in here, interestingly. You can hear it kind of doing its thing. But that's about as much as it's steering, but I think the gyro is interfering with that. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and drive it around a little bit here. So you can definitely maneuver it around. So the steering radius isn't that much. Let's see if I can increase that. So you can increase the steering radius with the on-screen controls. Let me just show you what I did here. That's this right here, this button. And you can, it was, I think defaulted was 30%, which is the minimum. And then throttle is also at 30%. So let's see what the max throttle and max steering looks like. It's probably going to be really fast. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's very fast actually. So that one I'm going to drop down. It's too fast on this little tiny track, so. But having the steering is definitely worth it. Now there's this feature here. It's supposed to like keep the car in the track or whatever, but I think it just puts these lines on the screen so you can line up the track with these lines, but I'm not sure how useful that is. And you can go to one-handed operation if you click on this button here. So then you can just forward, backwards. I see the little lines turn there, indicate which way you're going. Okay, so I see what that is. And let's see if we go back to two-handed operation. Yeah, that's what that does. I thought that there was maybe some way it's like looking at the lines in the video and forcing the car a certain direction, but that's not the case. It just gives you a little bit of guidance as to what to do. But yeah, the one-handed operation looks pretty useful actually. Back it up. It's a little bit hard to control. And I think this button here just takes a photo. Yeah, and you get a little sound effect. And I think some of this stuff will show up in the media. We'll show that in a little bit later. And I think you can click this button to start recording video. And that's right there. So let's go ahead and just drive this around a little bit here. And I'll show you the video that's being recorded on the car itself. Let's go back to two-handed mode. So something I noticed is you have the ambient lighting, headlights, and then when you go backwards, you have the brake lights going as well. So pretty cool. All right, let's stop that video. And I think we can hit the exit button here, and then we can look at your stored media files here. So I think I took a photo. Let's see. Yeah, here's that photo. That's what that looks like. That's a snapshot I took. And then we can go back over, so let's go back and go to videos, and this should be that video. Looks like it's about a minute long. All right, there it goes. So, yeah, it looks pretty decent. I'll put up the actual recording here on the screen, but it looks really good on the phone screen. Yeah, so pretty cool overall. I heard later there's going to have a actual controller version of this one, so if you don't like using the smartphone, they'll have one available later. I'm not sure when that's coming out, so I'll update the description with a link to that later when I find that. But for right now, it's only available via the app control. So pretty inexpensive as well. It's a little car, you can control it. It's got pretty good speed and turning radius on the. Use these little tracks like this, and you get digital video out of this little camera. Kind of amazing for about $30, considering something from SNT with the analog camera costs like 3 times as much, I think. So not a bad deal. Anyway, a link will be down in the description if you guys want to check it out. That'll do for this video. Talk to you guys in the next one.